Viewer discretion is advised.
Boom, perfect timing.
Sergeant Vincent Fraker and Officer John McMillan of the Junta Police Department in Colorado were dispatched to a residence on a report of a disorderly party. Edward Duran had reported his son, Donovan Duran, as drunk and disorderly. In the video, Donovan is shown willingly being handcuffed and put in a police cruiser. But later footage of the incident shows the officers pulling Mr. Duran out of the police cruiser and slamming him on his head.
Hi, my name is Donovan Edward Julian Duran Sr. I'm 30 years old. I was born April 22nd, 1991 in La Junta, Colorado. I lived at my grandfather's house. It was roughly 2.5 blocks away from my father's house, Edward Duran. That day I was drinking pretty heavily. I had a whole gallon of Skull vodka. So at the time I was under a lot of depression. So I remember having a run-in with the cops. I went to my father's house, and that day I was kind of harassing. I was being kind of violent that day. So my father, Edward Duran, he called the police on me. So the police went and they checked me out. I kept telling them I was at my grandfather's house, and it was on the police body cam, as you know, the audience will be able to see. I kept telling the cops, please, take me. I kept putting my hands behind my back, telling them, just take me to jail. Just take me to jail. Come on. And Officer Fraker, he said, no, Donovan, we don't want to do this at that time. I kept telling him, come on, just take me. No, Donovan, we don't want to. And I really wish they would have taken me to jail.
Good to see you again, man. I said good to see you again. Take it easy. Yep.
Go ahead, guys.
Do what? Oh, man.
Go ahead.
What's going on, dude?
Never mind, you tell me what's going on.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Go ahead. It's all right.
Oh, man.
You guys go ahead. Go ahead.
If Fraker didn't put you in custody, man, right now, there's no reason right now. We're not going to do anything. Yeah, we're not going to do anything right now, man. Yeah, we're not going to do anything.
Money, I'll go get him my hamburger or something and bring it back. I'll go get him my hamburger and I'll bring it back. I was about roughly 1 block away from my father's house. At that time, they told me, Donovan, get on your knees, put your hand behind your back of your head, which I followed all the commands that the police gave me. I got on my knees. I put my hands behind my head. They told me, back up, you're going to jail. I said, okay. I walked backwards. They put me in handcuffs. They wanted to, get me checked out. So they took me to the hospital.
All right, Donovan. Stay there, okay? You see your other hand, right? There you go. Get up, buddy. Come on. You okay? You walk all right? All right. All right, buddy. Oh, before you get in, hold on. Your pockets are soon focus, but.
What'd you do with that handcuff key you showed me?
Let's go back. You got it. What's happening? Step in. Step in. Show the foot up there, bud. Need help?
Put in, Donovan.
Do you need help?
No, sir.
No?
You need help.
Nope. There you go. Okay?
You take those dogs up there.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with him since he doesn't have a cage.
You got it.
At the hospital, they told me to get out. And at that time, I remember I was so intoxicated. I don't know what got through my head, what I was thinking, but I tried to slip my cuffs. If the audience don't know what that means, it's kind of like put my cuffs in front of me. And I don't know why I was thinking of doing that. I always thought like, because I was a professional MMA fighter and I was always so talented, and I always thought I could just be like, haha, look at me, like, I got my handcuffs in front of me. But I know I shouldn't have done that, which I tried to do that. So they threw me out of the cop car onto my face, which broke my it's called a C6 C7 vertebrae. They drugged me, as you can see on the video. They drugged me, and I was laying down and I was crying so bad. And they said, Donovan, get up. Officer Fraker said, Donovan, get up. And I told him, I can't. And so they drugged me. They finally got the wheelchair, put me in the wheelchair, and they threw me back. And I was kind of dangling because my neck was already broken. I mean, I was just kind of dangling there.
Come on, Donovan. Come on, Donovan. You can't do that.
The impact instantly paralyzed Donovan Duran from the chest down.
Stop it! Okay. I stopped. Put your hands back! I stopped. Stand up! I can't. Alright, come down. Sit down. Stand up. I stopped. We're not doing anything, Donovan. Donovan, stand up. Come on, Donovan. Stand up, Donovan. Okay? Okay? Yeah. Stand up, Donovan. Stand up.
They finally took me to a hospital room where there was a video. There was a room with the window. They took me in the window. They grabbed me. They threw me on the hospital bed. They got handcuffed. They handcuffed me to the hospital bed. They handcuffed me my other wrist. They handcuffed me to my ankles. So I was like that with a broken neck. And I was just crying. I remember I was in so much agony and so much pain. And I was thinking, like, is this really happening? Like, I was thinking, are these people, like, I'm thinking I'm here at a hospital where they're supposed to save your life when a person is hurt. This is where people get saved and get help. I'm thinking, are these people really going to let me die here? And I'm thinking, this is a nightmare. I'm thinking this is such a nightmare.
We're going to pick them up. We'll put them sideways on there. Okay. Okay. Ready? We're done. Resisting.
He's 24 years old, a martial arts fighter, and a father of two. But now Donovan Duran can't feel anything below his waist and has lost the use of his hands.
I think about my two children. But I'm fighting.
Duran's wife says he has a rough past, but no one deserves this mistreatment.
According to hospital records released by Mr. Duran's attorney, the officers ordered Mr. Duran to be restrained by his arms and legs to a stretcher. He was placed in an unstaffed room, and the officers left without explanation and without filing a report. There is also no record of the arrest.
There's surveillance footage and body camera video of the incident, but the CBI blocked Duran's lawyers from seeing that video, saying it isn't in the public's interest.
I just can't explain or figure out why they think it wouldn't serve the public interest unless they want to protect the public's sensibilities. The public's got a right to know, the public needs to know. If their police agencies are acting properly, as they're supposed to serve and protect.
The video was released after a special prosecutor failed to bring up charges against the officers after a grand jury investigation. Mr. Duran's attorney, Edward Lamena, had this to say about the incident, quote, "I am shocked and disturbed. As you can see, even from the beginning, he was not under arrest. He had committed no crimes. They were called so he could sober up," end quote. Mr. Duran's attorneys would eventually file a civil lawsuit against Officer Vincent Fraker in the city of La Junta in federal court. In 2017, Donovan Duran settled the lawsuit for an undisclosed amount. As for Sergeant Vincent Fraker and Officer John McMillan, they were placed on administrative leave, but there was no further discipline. In other words, the two Colorado cops responsible for paralyzing a man from the chest down were never charged with the crime. Since this incident, Vincent Fraker's professional career has flourished. After leaving the La Junta Police Department, he got a job as the major crimes investigator for the 16th Judicial District Attorney's Office in La Junta, Colorado, and today he works comfortably as the Academy Director of the Otero Junior College Law Enforcement Training Academy. Meaning Vincent Fraker is in charge of training potential future police officers. As for John McMillan, he too no longer works for the La Junta Police Department. However, on his LinkedIn profile, he states he now works for the City of Pueblo Police Department, which is only about an hour away from La Junta.
I woke up and I see my mom, I see my sister, I see the doctor. The doctor said, "I'm sorry to tell you, Donovan, you have a broken spinal cord. You're never gonna walk again." He said, "Donovan, you have a 1% chance of ever walking again." And I remember me, my mom, my sister, we looked at each other and we were just crying, you know. And the doctor told me, he said, "Your life expectancy has been cut short, right?" And I said, "Yeah, I understand that." And it was just like a nightmare. And me and my mom, my sister, we were just crying. I remember it was like a nightmare. I couldn't believe it. And my whole life was it was just like a couple of seconds. It just happened. The cops just threw me out so fast. My whole life was just torn to pieces. So all I could think about was my baby. So I have my son, and he's barely 1.5 years old, and my daughter, she was just born, like literally like a month old. I was thinking I got two babies that I gotta take care of. Now I just try to take it one day at a time. Every day, I wake up like, is this for real? Because I had to, not to be gross, I had to poop out of my stomach. I had to urinate out of my pelvis. And there's days that I'm in so much pain, and there's days where I just want to just say, you know, like I just want to give up sometimes, but I know that I can't because I got my beautiful children and life. I just it's just so hard. It really is. I was a professional fighter. I was the champ, and I'm still the champ.